It's story time. This is the first book we're going to read this week, and if you look on the cover, can you notice what you see on the cover of this book before we even say anything else about it? What animal is that? It's a chicken. And a female chicken, a mommy chicken, is called a hen. And what is sitting next to her? Yep, that's the egg. And you know what's inside the egg? A baby chicken, right? We know that chickens lay eggs, yes? And baby chickens hatch out of eggs. They crack it and come out. But this book is going to tell us a lot about animals that lay eggs, oviparous animals, which we'll talk about more, that big word. This story is called Chickens Aren't the Only Ones, because guess what? Chickens are not the only animals that lay eggs. Chickens aren't the only ones. This is a book about animals that lay eggs. It's written by Ruth Heller and illustrated by Ruth Heller. Chickens are not the only ones. Chickens lay the eggs you buy. The eggs you boil or fry or dye. Did you do that? Did you dye eggs this weekend for Easter? Or leave alone so you can see what grows inside naturally. The eggs that you eat and the eggs that you buy in a store do not have baby chicks inside. Those are certain eggs that the farmer leaves alone and a baby chick grows. They're different. Chickens aren't the only ones that lay eggs. Do you know what that is? That's a peacock. And do you know what type of animal a peacock is? Every one of these lays eggs. Birds. All birds lay eggs. Wild and tame, all the same. They all lay eggs. The ostrich is a big bird. So which one of these eggs do you think the biggest bird lays? This one, or this one? Ostriches lay the biggest eggs. And the tiny, tiny hummingbird, the small little bird, which eggs do you think the hummingbird lays? This egg, or this egg? The hummingbird lays the smallest eggs. Now, I noticed something about this page of different bird eggs. I noticed they are all different sizes, but I also noticed they are all different colors. The blue one is like a robin's egg. The big white one is like an ostrich egg. We're used to seeing white or brown eggs, but birds' eggs come in all different colors. Guess what? Birds and hens, chickens are not the only ones that lay eggs. What else lays eggs? Snakes do, and lizards too, and crocodiles and turtles do. All of these animals lay eggs. Chickens are not the only ones. And dinosaurs. They're extinct, but they were reptiles too, like snakes and lizards. Even though they're extinct, we know that dinosaurs laid eggs. Chickens are not the only ones. Ooh, look at this. Frogs and toads and salamanders lay eggs. Ooh, we're going to learn about frogs that lay eggs. And when they hatch, they are tadpoles who grow legs and climb a lily pad, just like their mom and dad. They don't have claws or scaly skins. These animals are called amphibians. So we know that birds lay eggs, reptiles like snakes and lizards and crocodiles lay eggs, and amphibians like frogs lay eggs. What else lays eggs? You know. Fish lay eggs. Fish eggs float up to the surface or sink down to the bottom of the ocean floor. Fish lay eggs. Ooh, this is an interesting animal. Okay, let's learn about this animal. Do you know what this is? A seahorse. Okay, let's learn about the seahorse. The mother seahorse lays her eggs into the father's pouch. He keeps them there until they hatch, and then he's through. I think that's nice of him, don't you? So, who carries the eggs in the seahorse family? The mommy seahorse or the daddy seahorse? Yes, the daddy seahorse holds the eggs in his pouch. These fathers, too, are helping out by guarding eggs protected by the foamy mass that's floating by. And they won't leave until they're sure that all their eggs have hatched. So the daddies help too. Ooh, these don't look like eggs to me. But they were laid in the sea. This one was laid by a shark. And sometimes when you go to the beach, you can see these on the shore. In fact, I have one to show you. I just have to find it, okay? This one was laid by a ray. It's called a mermaid's purse, they say. So here's the ray. These are the stingrays and these are the sharks. They both lay eggs. Not all sharks lay eggs, but some sharks lay eggs and they look like this. Nothing like what we think an egg looks like. And the stingray's egg looks like this. And they call it a mermaid's purse. Isn't that funny? So sharks lay eggs and rays lay eggs. And this reminds me of the letter of the week because this animal, his name begins with the letter O. Her name begins with the letter O. And the octopus is said to shed 100,000 eggs and then to hang them up in strings attached to rocks or caves. You see all this hanging here? Those are her eggs. Those are the eggs of the octopus. The moon snail's eggs are mixed with sand to form this collar-looking band. Do you know? This looks like a collar on a shirt, but it's actually sand mixed with snail eggs. Snails lay eggs. I bet you know this character, this creature. Sometimes you're afraid of them, but we decided in October that these animals are actually very exciting and interesting. These are spiders. Spiders wrap their eggs in sacks. See it hanging there? They wrap their eggs in sacks, yeah? Snails, you know, are very slow, but they lay eggs that hatch and grow. We just said that. Snails and moon snails lay eggs. Oh boy, lots of these. Look at these. What are all these animals? Now, a spider has 8 legs. It's an arachnid. It is not an insect. But all of these creatures right here have 6 legs. Butterflies, grasshoppers, beetles, dragonflies. They all lay eggs. Insects lay eggs. Insects lay eggs. So, insects who have 6 legs and lay many different kinds of eggs. This one will hatch into a hungry caterpillar who will grow and grow and grow and climb up a stem and change into this, a chrysalis, and change again. One summer morn, what's it going to change into? We're going to learn all about that. A butterfly is born. We are going to grow our own butterflies and watch them grow and watch the caterpillars turn into butterflies. Caterpillars lay eggs. Ooh, this is interesting. Oh, let's get tricky now. Animals with fur or hair who nurse their young and don't lay eggs, we know that they are called mammals. They do not lay eggs, mammals, and mammals feed their babies with milk like humans. But guess what? There's always an exception to the rule. And this animal, crazy looking animal, is the exception to the rule. But these are 2 exceptions. There's 2. And they both live in Australia. A duckbill platypus is a mammal that lays eggs. And What do you think the other animals is? I don't know. Oh, a spiny anteater. We don't really know much about spiny anteaters. We know a little bit about platypus because we've seen pictures of them in storybooks, but a platypus and a spiny anteater is a mammal that lays eggs. Tricky. Chickens aren't the only ones. There's no more to discuss. Everyone who lays an egg is called oviparous. How about that? Animals who don't lay eggs have babies born alive and well. But that's another story to tell. You see, what animal is that? Yeah, cats. They don't lay eggs. They have babies born alive. But we'll talk about those kind of animals another time, because right now the animals we're talking about are oviparous animals. Do you want to clap out the word oviparous? It'll help us remember the word. Oviparous. Let's try that again. Oviparous. Oviparous. You say it and you clap it out. I can't really hear you, but I'm pretending. Good job. Oviparous animals are animals that do what? They lay eggs, and they are animals that hatch out of eggs. So we learned about quite a few of animals that hatch out of eggs from this good story book, and we're going to talk a lot more about oviparous animals again. But I hope you enjoyed my story time. Have a great day.